Welcome back, Lords and Ladies. Game Robber right here, and we're going to be starting a new modded tutorial series. So we are going to start with Tier 1 of Blood Magic. So to start out with, in order to even get started with Blood Magic, you need to get a Blood Altar. It's that thing that is standing right here. Sitting, standing, placed, whatever you want to call it. But how do you make it? Well, the question is simple. The answer is simple. You just need 4 stone, furnace, 2 gold ingots, and access to diamonds. Now, if you don't know how to make a furnace, something's wrong with you, because furnaces are very simple to make. They are a cobblestone. Next thing that we need to make in order to even do anything with the Blood Altar is by creating the sacrificial knife. In order to create the sacrificial knife, you have to have 1 gold ingot, 1 iron ingot, 5 glass. Now you may be asking, what does the sacrificial knife do? So you use the sacrificial knife and you right click it whenever you're within 2 blocks of the Blood Altar and right click. It takes 1 heart of damage to you, but it inputs 200 LP, life points, into the altar. I will warn you about one thing though. If you die, which you can die by spamming this, you will get a thing called Soul Fray for 4 minutes. Soul Fray basically takes your 200 value and takes it down to 20 value. For a blood magic user, this is their worst nightmares whenever they are relying off of pricking their fingers. So, now that you have yourself a blood altar and a way to create LP into your blood altar, you're going to need to get the first tier of Blood Orb. The Blood Orb allows you to do upgrading and crafting and also put in LP into your personal soul network for later use. So, what you do in order to create it is you need to fill your Blood Altar over there with 2,000 life points. I will tell you that the base capacity is 10,000 and each prick for the base is 200. So you're going to need to do at least 10 pricks before you put a diamond into the Blood Altar. And from there, once it is done, you got yourself a blood orb, a weak blood orb. In order to bind it to yourself, what you need to do is shift right click and it will be bound to you. Otherwise, you cannot put any LP into your soul network any other way because it's not bound to you. Now, if you wish to add extra life points into your soul network, what you will do is just right click it. As you can tell, it will take 1 heart from you, just like the sacrificial knife will do. This will also just put 200 LP into your life system. Now, you are probably wondering if it is time to upgrade, but it's not yet time. We still have to go over a few more things. The first thing would be the blank slate. This is the basic material that's going to allow you to not only upgrade your altar with different abilities, but it is also going to be the thing that allows you to make different sigils. So now, how do you make one? You take stone, regular stone, cook up cobblestone in a furnace, and you put it into a blood altar that has 1,000 LP. For 1 slate, you get 1 stone. For 1 stone and 1,000 LP, you get 1 slate, and it is possible on tier 1. So if I had 1,000 points, just put stone in there, and it will turn into the blank slate. Now you're probably wondering, how do I even tell what is in there? I can't really tell by guesstimating how much is in there. Well, that's where the divination sigil becomes your best friend. So the divination sigil is just like any other sigil. You have to shift, right click to bind it to your network. It will tell you how much is in your network whenever you click out in the air or even on other blocks that does not contain LP. So I've got 1900 LP in my system. How do you create it? You create it by 1 blank slate, 1 weak blood orb. It will give you your weak blood orb back, and 7 glass. Now with this, you can also go up to a blood altar and right click it. It will tell you the altar's current essence, 2200 LP currently, what tier it is. It's a tier 1 because it has no upgrades on it. And it will also tell you its max capacity. The basic max capacity will always be 10,000 LP. Now for the basic material for upgrading your altar from a tier 1 to a tier 2. That would be the Blood Rune. The Blood Rune consists of 6 stone, 2 blank slates, and a weak blood orb. Alternatively, if you have the materials, you can skip doing the weak blood, the Blood Rune, which does absolutely nothing for you, and create the Speed Rune. Now, this is a little risky at beginnings because you have to keep up and make sure that your blood in your altar is filled. So, what the Speed Rune does, it increases the speed of the processes within the blood altar by 20%. How you create it is by creating 1 Blood Rune, 2 sugar, 2 blank slates, and 4 stone. So when you put something in there, you'll see red bubbly things. That means it's sucking up the LP and putting it into the item so it can transform. But there will come time when it will stop bubbling like that and start fizzing like that. That means it's losing the LP that it started absorbing because it has to continuously absorb or it will lose out because it has no more LP in the system. Now I wish to get into the alternatives of what you can do in Tier 1. Tier 1, you can create a lava crystal. The lava crystal is essentially like coal, only it's using the LP you get from putting your life into your soul network. 25 life per operation. To create it, you need access to diamonds, obsidian, lava, and glass, which it will be 2 obsidian, 1 diamond, 3 lava buckets, 2 glass, and your weak blood orb. Again, the weak blood orb will not be consumed. The lava sigil can be created using this as a ingredient. It will consume it. What the lava sigil does, it allows you to place 1 source of lava. Just like any sigil, you'll have to shift right click to bind it to your character. Now, it is 1,000 LP per operation, so you might want to be careful with overusing that. In order to create it, you need access to the nether because you'll need magma cream, 6 lava buckets, a blank slate, and a lava crystal. Now, there's a much cheaper version of the lava sigil called the water sigil. The water sigil just does the exact same thing as the lava sigil, only places water instead. It costs 100 LP per operation, much cheaper. In order to create it, you need 1 weak blood orb, 1 blank slate, and 7 water buckets. Again, you shift right click to bind it to you, and it will not use up your blood orb. This is a optional thing. If you choose to go on ahead of my tutorials, you can do some testing or whatnot, but I'm just going to show you how to create this since it is a tier 1 available objective called the alchemic chemistry set. In another tutorial, I'll go over it because it is a completely different subject matter over upgrading your altar. So, in order to create it, you're going to have 2 obsidian, a brewing stand, then again, you're going to need access to the nether, and a weak blood orb. So, once again, that is the tier 1 for blood magic. I will be catching you, lords and ladies, next episode. If you lords and ladies did find this helpful, please leave a big fat like. It does help me a lot. I'll catch you, lords and ladies, next time. Bye bye now, and enjoy.